Japanese in World War II. It was a dog. She was a beautiful and regal-looking English pointer, and perhaps one of the most extraordinary of our canine companions ever to grace this earth. In September 1942, she was given Japanese prisoner of war number 81A, Medan. Her real name was Judy, or Judy of Sussex, as her shipmates came to call her, for she spent most of her service life as the mascot of the Royal Navy gunboats, the Gnat and the Grasshopper. But Judy of Sussex was much, much, much more than just a ship's dog. The way in which I came across her story drew me to it, inexorably, convincing me that this was a tale that absolutely had to be told. In the spring of 2013, I wrote a book called War Dog, although I prefer the title my American publishers gave it, The Dog Who Could Fly. It tells the story of Ant, the extraordinary German shepherd puppy rescued from no man's land, who went on to fly numerous sorties with the RAF in the Second World War. In recognition of his heroic wartime exploits, Ant, or Antis, as he was renamed, was awarded the Dickin Medal, more commonly known as the Animal VC. Ant's master was the Czech, later British, airman Robert Bozdich, with whom he flew into battle with RAF Bomber Command, was wounded, crash-landed, and faced death countless times. In among the photos of the post-war Dickin Medal ceremonies, I found one that appeared to show Antis receiving his medal along with two other dogs. The animal to the right of the photo was a striking-looking liver and white English pointer. There was something compelling about that image and the animal it portrayed, a sense somehow of the dog's extraordinary courage and spirit that spoke across the decades. When next I met the Bozdich family, Robert Bozdich's surviving children, I showed them the photo and asked who the mystery dog might be. We were at Pip's, the eldest sister's, lovely Devon farmhouse, having a family get-together to celebrate the publication of the book telling their father and Antis's story. Pip took a look at the photo. "I think that must be Judy." "Yes, it's got to be her. Isn't she lovely? She's another Dickin Medal winner, and she has the most wonderful story." Pip told me the little she knew of Judy's wartime exploits. Indeed, it did sound quite remarkable. My curiosity piqued. I made a promise to myself to try and find out more about the dog, but I was working on another book at the time, and any thoughts of looking into Judy's history fell by the wayside. That was until a second chance happening. Some months later, I was giving a talk at the fantastic Mere Literary Festival in green and leafy Somerset. At some stage after the talk, I happened to mention to the festival organizer, the delightful Adrienne Howell, my interest in the story of the only animal ever to become a prisoner of war of the Japanese. She threw me a shrewd look, as if trying to assess just how much she should reveal to me. "Well, you know, Mere has a long history associated with the prisoners of the Japanese in the Far East," she remarked. Adrienne paused for a moment, then went on. "In fact, my uncle was one, and there are any number of other POW families in the area, but the man you should really speak to is Philip Werne. His father, the Reverend Werne, was a prisoner along with my uncle. He buried my uncle and brought the news of his death back to my grandparents." Adrienne very kindly offered to put me in touch with Philip Werne, who she explained was very active in the FEPOW, Far East Prisoner of War, community. "Of course," she added, "we've all heard of Judy's story. She was simply a wonderful dog. Extraordinary. What she did on the ships and in the POW camps, well, there's nothing quite like it." Two chance conversations, two people telling me the same thing. This dog was absolutely out of the ordinary. My appetite for the story quickened. As Adrienne had predicted, Philip Werne was most forthcoming and helpful. He advised me that, among others, I really needed to talk to one Lizzie Oliver. Her grandfather, Stanley Russell, was in the same camp as Judy, one of her many POW companions.